Okay, I will be doing a voiceover on this video because the wind was too high and it was messing with the audio. So just bear with me, but I will have the steps on the screen. So step one, just remove the grill cover and remove your radiator cap. And please make sure that the engine is cold and off. Okay, step two, we need to drain some of the radiator fluid out of the radiator and try not to make a mess like I did. So you will need an 8mm socket to loosen that bolt, and you will need a funnel and something to catch the radiator fluid in. And like I said, try not to make a mess like I did. Okay, once you get enough fluid drained, you're gonna tighten that bolt back up and check the top of your radiator to see how low your fluid level got. But like I said, as y'all can see, I was making a mess. Okay, step three, we're gonna decide where we're gonna make our cuts at so we can install the temperature gauge in the upper radiator hose. Okay, once we decide where we want to make our cuts at, the only thing to do now is just make the cuts themselves. And make sure that you don't cut any important lines. So please be careful when you start to make your cuts. Okay, so at this point, I'm just gonna test my cuts out to make sure that I didn't cut too much out. So I'm just gonna test fit the temperature gauge to see, how it sits before I start to wire anything up. Okay, the next step, you want to make the connections on the back of the temperature gauge and use some de-electric grease for extra protection against water and other liquid substances. Okay, so you don't have to do this next step, but what I do is I try to waterproof anything electrical as much as I can. So I just use some extra electric tape to wrap around the terminals. Okay, so once you get everything waterproof, taped up like you want it, you can go ahead and insert the temperature gauge in the upper radiator hose and tie it down with the clamps. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is connect the negative terminal to the negative side of the battery. Okay, the next thing you want to do, you want to look for that yellow wire with that red script, and you're going to insert your fan relay into that. Okay, it's optional, but I do recommend adding de-electric grease to this connection as well for extra protection against, any water or any other liquid substances. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this install. I tried to let it sit and idle to see if it would reach 200 and see if the fan would come on early, but the temperature never got that high and I was just sitting up idling. So if this video helped, share it so it can help somebody else. Stay tuned for the next video.